Hey everyone, and welcome. So today, we are diving into something huge, how artificial intelligence is completely turning the world of insurance on its head. And look, this isn't just a tiny change. We're talking about a total reinvention of an industry that for hundreds of years has been defined by a few key things. For starters, it's always been, well, slow, right? Getting a policy, filing a claim, these things could take weeks, sometimes even months. It's a process that just left people waiting and wondering.
And then there's the paper. Oh, the paper. Just think about it. Mountains and mountains of forms, contracts, and documents. It's an industry literally built on paperwork that all had to be filed, reviewed, and processed by hand.
And finally, it's just been so complex. The way risk was calculated, the procedures for handling claims, it was like a maze. Super inefficient, and honestly, pretty easy for mistakes to happen. So this all leads us to the big question, doesn't it? Can a brand new, disruptive technology like AI really fix an industry this old and this set in its ways? Well, let's dig in. Okay, so before we can really get how AI is helping, we've got to understand just how deep the old problems run. Let's take a closer look at these traditional pain points. Let's break down where things would always get stuck. You've got underwriting. That's deciding who to insure, which was all done manually and took forever. Then claims processing. What a nightmare of paperwork and human error. Fraud detection. Yeah, that was almost always playing catch-up, finding the bad guys way after the money was already gone. And customer service? Just buried in the same simple questions over and over, which meant long, frustrating waits for everybody. So with all these problems piling up, the industry started looking for a solution. And it found one in a powerful new set of tools. Let's pop open this AI toolbox and see what's inside. All right, first up, the heavy hitter, machine learning or ML. This is really the engine driving everything. Think of it like a super-powered detective that can look at millions of data points and see patterns that no human ever could. It can analyze thousands of photos of a property and spot a fire risk, like a dead tree leaning over the roof that a person might just walk right past. It gives insurers a whole new level of accuracy. Next, we've got natural language processing, or NLP. Now, this is the tech that lets computers actually understand human language. It's the magic behind those chatbots that can answer your questions 24/7. But it's also what lets an AI read a doctor's handwritten notes on a claim form, or even understand what you're saying in a recorded call. Pretty cool, right? Now here's where it gets really exciting. This stuff isn't just theory. These tools are out there in the real world right now, delivering some, and I mean this, truly mind-blowing results. Let's start with a number so big it's hard to even wrap your head around. According to McKinsey, AI could add up to $1.1 trillion in value to the insurance industry every single year by 2030. That's trillion with a T. This isn't just a small bump. It's a complete game changer. So how do we get to a number that massive? Well, a huge piece of it comes down to one thing: efficiency. By automating all those slow, manual tasks we were just talking about, AI is projected to slash operating costs for insurance companies by up to 40%. But what does that actually feel like for you, the customer? Well, check this out. The company Lemonade has an AI that can review and pay out a simple claim in as little as 3 seconds. 3. Think about that. We're going from a process that used to take weeks down to the time it takes to hit refresh on your browser. And it's not just about being fast. It's about being smarter and more secure. Take Zurich Insurance Group. They're using AI to hunt down fraudulent claims by spotting patterns that are totally invisible to a human investigator. And the results? They're catching over $100 million in fraud and cutting their investigation time way down. So with wins like that, it's pretty clear, right? Case closed. AI is the perfect solution. Well, maybe not so fast, because with any powerful new technology, there's always another side to the story. You see, you can't just plug in an AI and call it a day. Bringing this technology into the fold creates a whole new world of complex challenges that insurers have to navigate very, very carefully. These risks kind of fall into two big buckets. On one side, you have the technological risks, things like your sensitive personal data getting leaked or the AI model itself getting hacked. Then there's the famous black box problem, where an AI makes a decision, but nobody, not even its creators, can explain exactly why. On the other side, you've got the usage risks. What happens when the AI is trained on biased data and gives unfair results? Or worse, what if it's used for something harmful? And then there's the danger of just relying on it too much and losing our own human expertise. And here's the kicker. Even for companies that want to jump on the AI train,
there are huge roadblocks. So many of them are stuck with ancient computer systems. Their data is just a complete mess spread all over the place. There's a huge shortage of people who actually know how to build and manage this stuff. And on top of all that, it's really hard to prove that these massive, expensive AI projects are actually going to make money in the end.
So this all leads us to what the future actually looks like. And a spoiler alert, it's not about robots taking over. The real future is about creating a brand new partnership, a collaborative model where humans and AI work together, each making the other better. And the path to get there is pretty clear. Step 1, you have to invest in the basics. Clean up your data and modernize your systems. Step 2, set up rules that put people first. We call that human-centric governance. Step 3, transform your workforce. You got to teach your employees new skills so they can work with the AI, not against it. And finally, step 4, all of this, every single bit of it, has to be built on a foundation of transparency and trust. This quote from Deloitte just hits the nail on the head. Success isn't about who adopts AI the fastest. It's about how well you weave these tools into your daily work to create a sustained human advantage. It's about making your people smarter and more capable, not making them obsolete. Which leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. We know for a fact that AI can make the insurance industry faster, smarter, and way more efficient. The proof is already there. But the real challenge, the one that will define this entire transformation, is this. Can we also make it fair? Can we make it transparent? And can we make it truly trustworthy? That's the billion-dollar question.